Thanks very much. I mean, just while we're on this subject of touch and the user interface, I just wanted to quickly pull back to the component end of the channel. One thing I've noticed is that all the most successful user interface phones, iPhone obviously by far the most successful, but also more recently the Motorola Droid with its Android user interface has gone down extremely well. The Palm Pre, several of the HTC products, and even lately the MIMO product from Nokia. One thing they had in common was the ARM Cortex application processor. Is there such a heavy performance requirement from these user interfaces that for the next year or two anyway, we're going to be looking at these products really only appearing at the very, very highest average selling price? How quickly can that performance that Apple achieved get down into the more mainstream price levels? And maybe I could ask Tudor to respond first.
Okay, well, of course, we don't dictate what the pricing of the end product is. To answer your first question, I think you're seeing the higher-end Cortex cores coming out in these smartphones for two reasons. One is because the smartphones themselves can afford a more sophisticated SoC and therefore can afford the extra real estate of the high-end cores. But really, it's about the user interface, and it's not so much the touch screen. I don't think that particularly uses a lot of processing power. But the real issue is what you're doing with that screen. You're actually accessing the internet, you're pulling down pages, you're rendering graphics, and so on, and that's where the performance goes. So right now, there is a need for high-end performance, obviously at good low-power consumption. That's the flip side of it. Users want decent battery life. But we can do that, and that's why you're seeing a drive towards these high-end cores, partly because of more raw performance and partly because of more efficiency, and that performance can now be delivered at less power consumption.
Bob, any thoughts from the...
Yeah, from a semiconductor perspective, of course, the more advanced, more integrated products, of course, are important. The trend, of course, has been for the smartphone to integrate multiple cores, baseband, and multiple communication devices, of course. And on top of that, you've got, of course, to deal with the low latency touch, but you've also got MEMS devices as well as part of the user interface. So scrolling the screens, scrolling the web browser is based upon the movement of the product. So it's much more, if you like, responsive to the movement of the human interface, if you like. And so there's more and more going on in terms of interruption to the product. So more and more input-output performance required, more and more graphics performance, and to keep it maintained to have a smooth user experience. The semiconductor guy's job is to move from OS, drivers, and of course at the driver level and the middleware level, we've got more and more devices connected, including navigation device, GPS, all those things coming at you to be able to be constantly in tune with the product as it's used, wherever it's used, as to be on the screen. So that's where the performance is coming from, the demands for the performance of integration, baseband performance, to have one processor or two processors controlling the communication devices, the I/O devices, and the screen, and these many other areas, like I said, touch, roll, etc. So lots and lots of performance required for so many inputs, okay?
Okay. So just going back to where we started, which is the customer focus, Li Feng at Google, I guess you equally have probably the highest direct customer touch, but in a different way from the service provider. Customer pull or Google push? How do you see that?
我要讲说 Google push 可能有一点是 Google 希望更 open 这个 environment。那么我们看到，刚刚我有一个 advantage 就是我先介绍了 mobile internet 在 Google 的 perspective。那么我觉得最有趣的地方是，对大家来讲 ，Google 原来是一个 search engine company。那我今天很 lucky， 我可以坐在这边，在这样一个 supply chain， 我们从不管从这个 CPU 的 IC leader， 从semiconductor， 从 telecom 各种角度来讨论。所以我还记得大概3年半前，我们设计 Android phone 的这个 leader 叫 Andy Rubin， 他跟我讲他的想法，他认为说一个更开放的这个 open system 对 mobile phone 来讲，它可以让整个 ecosystem 整个改变。那我今天看到，因为我坐在这里，我们大家讨论这个问题。所以从 Google 的角度来看，我们还是采一个 open 的态度。那我们觉得最重要的部分还是刚刚讲说，我们来 push 这个 market。In some sense push 是我们做更多的努力，让所谓的 Internet 跟 mobile device 可以 integrate， 可以整合在一起。就我们刚刚几个 leader 都提到的，就是这个整合。但 Google 可以做整合，是因为我们有非常非常多的 user， 我们知道 user 需要什么，我们知道 user 希望从手机 mobile device 来 access 他原来从 PC create 出来的这些 internet， 放在 internet information。那我们开放了一个 open system。那刚刚 Roger 也提到这个 iPhone， 事实上想跟大家 share， 我们也非常乐于看到 iPhone 的成长，因为它给了一个更新的 user experience。然后想跟大家 share， iPhone 的绝大多数的 search 都到达 Google 这里来，所以我们有 open platform， 但是 Google 也可以得到很多的这个 feedback 跟 reward。谢谢。
Thank you. And looking at Android, which is clearly gaining huge traction now, how do the vendors, the handset manufacturers, differentiate, given that a number of them are all using the same base operating system?
OK， 这是一个很好的问题，我觉得很值得在今天这个环境来跟大家讨论这个问题，因为 Android 是一个 open 的，它不，我们一般的说法，它是一个 platform。它是个平台，它不是只是一个 OS， 它是让你从 system 从 hardware 到 internet 整个过程的一个 platform。但这个 platform Google 做了这个 platform， 上面的 application、internet 的 application， 上头的这些 user interface， 各种的周边装置，都可以由不管是 OEM、ODM partner， 甚至 service 所谓的 marketplace。从 telecom 也可以来参加，来一起努力，所以我更是觉得说，从 Google 的角度来讲，Android 整个设计确实是扮演一个好的 platform 角色。所以我们刚刚看 Roger 也提到，可能从远传的角度来讲，Android 也是一个很好的 choice。可是这 differentiation 在哪里？在每一个手机的creator designer， 你都可以去想 user 要什么。你的 user 在哪里？他需要什么？比如说，你可能可以有一个手机专门可能给女性的使用者，你可以有手机专门给学生，可能它 feature 是类似像 e-books， 他看书用的。有些手机可能可以更 focus 给 professional 做他的这个 office 的 work 用，都可以。所以我觉得刚刚我的 talk 有提到 opportunity， 这个 opportunity 就是这个 differentiation。